What's going on, guys? Blue One Soon here, and we're Battlefield 3 for a change. First of all, I do apologise for not getting this video when I should have, which was yesterday. Again, I've been very busy. I have no idea how the hell I managed to get the time to get the videos out when I was supposed to back then, but I haven't got summer. I've got summer coming up in a bit. I will have a 2-week break, and for one of those weeks, well, I'll have 2 videos out in 2 of those weeks. One standard video and a Fallout New Vegas video. But anyway, this week's video. I just kind of decided to jump back on Battlefield 3, give it a go, and when playing it, I had so much fun. I probably had more fun in this short game, which I'm sure is about 40 minutes, in this 40-minute game maybe, than I've had on Battlefield 4 completely since Naval Strike came out, and that was quite a while ago. And that's quite sad when I end up saying that. But while playing it, I noticed a few things that I think are way better in Battlefield 4. And like I said, this is the few, it's not all the ones. I would nitpick for days if I could, but there's just a few of them. First of all, the graphics, I think are better on Battlefield 3. It's just the way they look. Personally, to me, it looks better. It feels more human. And in general, they talk about it. People complain about the sun glare and the blue tint. I don't mind the blue tint that much. I find in Battlefield 4 they're just a bit overwhelming, you know, a bit too, ooh, look at this shiny, while in Battlefield 3 they are actually built to be functional and look good. You know, I definitely prefer them in Battlefield 3 rather than Battlefield 4, which shouldn't happen in the first place. Also, then there's characteristics. It's kind of a confusing one, but it's just video things like, can you name at all what the Battlefield 4 characters looks like, as in the assault, engineer, support, and recon? Can you name what any of them look like for any of the classes? Me neither. I can do that for Battlefield 3, easy enough. The engineer has sort of like a gingerish hair. He's got that baseball cap on. His gloves are made by a specific company. He's got his goggles on his hat, I believe. And you know, the Russians have these gold watches on their wrists, and they've got these odd gloves that show the top part of their wrist. And you know, I can name so many. You know, not to be stereotypical or anything, I know what you're stereotypical, not to be pointed out like it's an odd thing, but the medic or the assault is a black guy. You know, I think they change it randomly so you can have a recon who's a black guy even though he's got a face mask on. I think they should have stuck with one. But you know, the characters aren't very memorable at all, personally. I think they're a bit stupid. Also, just in general, you know, there's not really much differentiation between stuff. You know, this M4A1 here and the General M4, they're completely the same gun. One's a burst fire, one's a flare automatic. I really like that. You know, it adds two different guns to it and make it more exciting. There's also the fact that at first you only get Russian weapons for the Russians, and then you only get American weapons for the Americans. That is more characteristic than anything in Battlefield 4. But I don't want to go too much into that one because I genuinely moaned for years with that one. We have sounds after that. People complained about the Battlefield 3 guns not sounding like real guns, which I can see why, but to be honest, if you listen to any gunfire, they all sound exactly the same. Personally, I think they should have had that Battlefield 4 should have been like Battlefield 3, where each gun has more of a unique sound to it, so you can tell the difference. This is a video game, it's not real life, but it is nice to have ones that do actually sound like somewhat like guns instead of pea shooters or something, you know. The next one is, it was just kind of simple. You know, there was no battle packs or stuff like that. And, you know, talking about packs, I don't like them at all. I don't like the fact that you just have to level up a couple of times and that's it, instead of, you know, and you can get a really good attachment for a really bad gun, instead of the fact actually using that bad gun where you've more earned it, instead where battle packs you sort of just played the game and got it. You know, I don't like the idea at all, and unfortunately I think they're bringing it back for Hardline. You know, it's just simple things as well, like this kill feed here, it just pops up in blue glowing writing saying enemy killed. You know, and it says at the bottom who I killed. Battlefield 4 has like a whole texture, and it's not a couple of milliseconds, but you end up wasting a couple of bullets because it takes, like I said, a couple of milliseconds for the writing enemy killed to pop up. You know, and destruction was simple. You just shoot a RPG at a wall, boom, blows up. You know, tanks pretty easy. You just shoot a tank, you shoot an RPG at it, and then a tank with some low health, and it gets disabled, just as you see there. You know, stuff was just simple. Anyone who's played Battlefield 4 and 3 would know what I mean. Then there's DLC. DLC in Battlefield 3 was miles better. It actually added something instead of just became pointless, like it is very much in Battlefield 4. I really hope Dragon Teeth's any good, even though I think it's been delayed. I'm not sure though. Next thing is variation. Like I was saying, you can get an M4 or you can get the M4A1 variant, which is a full arithmetic. You can do that same for the M16A3, and you know, they're saying again about the Russian weapons and that. Kind of the same category as variety. Personally, I feel very much in Battlefield 4, in order to play well and have fun, I need to try hard. You know, even then it's not even having fun, I just try hard and try to do my best. Battlefield 3, I can just casually sit down, enjoy it. I don't really care about my score. You know, I think the kill cam and the way it is less aggravating than Battlefield 4 is. That's another thing. The kill cam is just simple, just shows your enemy, as it's always been in Battlefield, not the orange thing that is completely stupid and annoying. Next thing is map design. They're just simple designs. My favourite map is Grand Bazaar, which I loved. Shane Crossing was amazing. They're just good, fun maps that are built well. And they're not like Battlefield 4 where they're just over complicated and, you know, tactical. Everyone just wants to play a nice casual map. If the ones who want to play tactical, they can team up with friends and play the maps tactical. Next other things are just the basics. Battlefield 3 very much had the basic features down. Guns, guns, tanks, and destruction, which is basically Battlefield. You know, it had that stuff down, and it just had a couple of added things. You know, like if you like drawing tanks, obviously you can drive a tank. You like playing with guns, play with guns. There's conquest as well, and you know, jets, new feature, helicopters, new feature, and it was just accommodating for Battlefield gamers. Battlefield 4 very much tried to contend with COD. And tried to make something for everyone. You know, like if I like driving boats, you couldn't go in boats. If you like using snipers, like driving tanks, like driving cars, like driving helicopters, and it's way too much in one game. It's like getting an apple crumble. And imagine the Battlefield 3 has apple. You know, it's a good amount of apple, which is the big stuff, and then the crumble comes on top, and that's the smaller features, and it covers it perfectly. You know. Battlefield 4 is very much, it's got a lot of big apple pieces, you know, even more than crumble, and then very little crumble. You know, if you're going to confuse what I mean some stuff should have been a little bit smaller in the game than it actually is, and it's just, I don't know. This is everything, guys. Thanks for watching. It's Boom soon. We'll try and get into schedule again. Like I said, I only have 2 weeks until I go on holiday. I really need just 2 days at home where I can just solve everything. My life is pretty damn busy at the moment. In general, I really need to get my act together. I end up playing a lot of NBA 2K. I basically come home, play, and I think, I'll do the video now, but I don't. Well, thanks, that's all today, guys. Thanks for watching my Boom soon, and I'll see you next time, guys. Boom soon out.